Hello and good morning, you two. How are you doing?
Good.
morning.
Good morning. Good.
How you
Thank you.
feeling?
How are you?
Fantastic. I got to thank you guys for participating with Couples Retreat on VH1 because in reality, on this side of the flat screen, you are medication for millions because a lot of people do not want to speak openly, but you're teaching us that maybe we should create the conversation.
I love that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We appreciate that.
But man, you guys had to go through some stuff in order to get to our hearts.
Yes, we did.
To bear it all, though, because one of the things that listeners, if they have not checked in with it, and what's going to happen is they're going to binge watch it. Once you start, you're going to watch every single season. But to be so open, and that's what's great about Couples Retreat is they're not holding you back.
No, I mean, you really can't if you're there amongst the groups and you're authentic and you're really engaged, then you're just gonna kind of go with the flow, and everyone's kind of revealing, so it happens.
Well, coming from the show business era and from where you are in your everyday life, when you have to become, just me, normal me, isn't that kind of a struggle? Because sometimes when I step out of this studio and go out there and live in the real world, it's like, oh, God, I don't have anything to protect me.
That's interesting. Well, you're always protected, you know that, but definitely I would say there's just boundaries, and you kind of have to know how to make sure that yours, are existing to support yourself. It's hard. It's very hard to it kind of explain. It's more, I would say, in conversation, because you can't have physical boundaries, but you have to kind of teach people how to treat you, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And that part. But you can be real, you can be authentic, you can be honest. But again, there's a level and a level to that.
Do you have to watch your P's and Q's when you get inside when in one of those conversations? Because it's one of those where your head is talking, but your heart needs to hear more. And when your head is talking, sometimes it gets in the way.
Absolutely, because I'm a very sarcastic person.
Yeah.
So that's something I had to remember, because a lot of people don't receive that well, or it depends. So absolutely, I definitely have to mind things like that. Absolutely.
It's so funny you bring that up because in the radio world, we actually draw lines around us. We go, if you cross this line, this is radio line. We're going to be sarcastic. We're going to go into areas. Is that just part of the creative process and you've just got to understand who the artist is?
Exactly. I think so, but initially it's very hard to get. You know what I mean? So it takes time. So I would say maybe towards like the 10th day of taping, I could start to do some sarcasm and it's accepted versus the first day.
Now, Styles, 25 years of marriage. I'm at 29. You and I are both asked a lot, how did you do it? Or they sit there and they think, oh, she's in control, right? No, I think it's a relationship. What do you say?
Yeah, it's definitely a relationship. I think people believe women are in control because, definitely my wife's the smarter out of us two, but that could be just this particular relationship. But no, I think it's a give and take. We ping pong a lot off of each other's energy, and as you know, for being 29, I have 27. It's not always all good, it's trials and tribulations, it's ups and downs, but it's being with the one you love what makes it worth going through that.
So true. And that's the one thing that I learned during the COVID lockdown. I remember sitting across from my wife and just saying, oh my God, I really am with the right person because I like hanging out with you.
Yeah, that was so interesting to me because I couldn't believe that was one of the actual issues that people were actually having, because I would have assumed you would know if you like the person or not, already. But legit, that's what people were saying. Like, I really turned around and realized I really didn't like this person, and I needed to figure out what I'm doing with my life. And I was like, wow, that's got to be a really difficult situation, predicament to be in.
So a couples retreat is only a week. And when I watch it, I sit there and go, a week? I would need a year. Do you guys feel the same thing?
I need a lifetime of it, probably. My life probably good, but me, I could use it a lot. But it was cool. I think, spending a week around other couples and other people getting information, you are able to absorb a lot and you kind of remember it. So some reason.
I'm so glad you brought that word absorb a lot, because now it's in your hands to activate what you've taken in.
Yes.
Yep, it's time for action. Yep.
And one of there's a couple of things that you guys talk about on Couples Retreat on VH1, and I love that you're bringing it forward, because they're things that we didn't have in our everyday speak. Mental health as well as infidelity. Nobody was talking about that. You guys talk about it, and then people on this side of the flat screen are saying, "Okay, I can breathe. I need to go get help."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it's just important to be, again, authentic and honest. People cannot learn, or they can't. Things can't resonate, I don't think, if it's not genuine enough, or genuine. Period. You know. So again, we're just being transparent and sharing our actual experiences.
When are you going to write the book about how to stay in love? Even, going through the ups and downs of the mountain changes that we're all going through these days, from a pandemic to almost a global war. I mean, you guys are still in love, and we need leadership like the two of you.
Well, now that you're putting it out there, I guess it's going to happen very soon.
We're gonna get to the job.
That's what it's all about. Guys, once again, I pray for you, because you guys were on Couples Retreat, but at the same time, I'm glad that you were put in the right place so that the rest of us can find some answers and stuff like that. And Couples Retreat is that open door.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You guys be brilliant today, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
You too.